Oh, bro, what do you mean, bro? What? Bro, what? What's up? What's up? Are we ready to go? Are we ready in here? Kayla's not here today. Sorry. I know. Everyone's favorite character on the show is working, but that's okay. My trip was canceled for this weekend. They're rescheduling it. So we have time. I told her to rest. I told her to rest up so we can lock in at a later date. You know, we're going to come when she comes back. First of all, let me launch this. Oh, when she comes back, we'll have a pretty solid plan. We want to run through and do a good one when she returns. So for today, it's just me here. I'm going to turn my mic down a little. I feel like it's a little bit loud. Usually I have it set down. But because Kayla's so quiet, I had mine turned all the way down and hers all the way up. So about the trip, it's all right. We'll get it. It's a work trip. They'll get it rescheduled or whatever. And we'll figure that out. Oh, let me, sorry, the chat box. Move the chat box over here. Once more, now that it's not here to block Kayla's face. LOL. But yeah, howdy, welcome in. Welcoming everyone in. I'm going to move the camera a little bit, actually. That way so that the chat's really... Oh, right over that light. Cool, so you guys can't see the chat. I love that. Welcome in, though. I hope everyone's week is going well so far. Oh, I forgot the first thing to do. Oh, the ice is already melting. Ice is already melting. We're going to crack open a cold one. God, I can't even. It's the nails make it hard. Oh, I caught that, I think. I don't know. Woo! Hello. Pour it. Pour it up. Alrighty. We got the, you guys have seen this one already because I bought that like 4-pack or whatever of it. The Love Island Punch Pop. It's really good. I do like this one. I think I will be buying that one again, honestly. One of my favorites I've had so far. If I'm being honest. Ooh! Do I have any pets? If so, what the name? Leonard. He's around somewhere. It's a rabbit. You know. All right, guys. Oh, I feel like personal news goes crazy. Personal news. The personal news we could go off on for an hour and a half, really. Personal news is just, I don't even, it's certainly, I was given some insane news. Yeah, last night. I don't know if you follow my Instagram, but I was live updating on my story as it happened because that shit was crazy. Super duper funny. Can't help but laugh. I almost don't want to discuss it until we get Kayla back on here because I feel like this is something that two women, the girlies, like, we need to dissect together. Because what in the absolute fuckery? I discovered, hilariously enough, that my ex is married to the girl that he cheated on me with. And that is insane. And I can't even begin to explain the levels of how insane that is. First of all, honestly, thank God. Because the two of them are a nightmare. And I wouldn't wish that on any other two people than the two of them. But also, the concept of marrying the person you cheat, like, is just kind of insane, you know, if you think about it. Is it not? Like, because not only that, but I won't say who or when or give away details that are identifying. But I dated this person when I was young. So when I found that out, they're still at the restaurant. Everyone moved on. They stayed there. Help, we're still at the restaurant, still sitting in the one. Like everyone else went to college, moved out of that town. Made you stop in. Sorry if it's true. I'm not sorry at all. I'm sorry for her. I'm sorry for her, but I'm also not sorry for her because I can't even get into the details because I don't want to give away anyone's identity or create a mess, but good Lord, she knew that I existed. So I can't feel that sorry for her. And then she ended up cheating on him. He cheated on her. From what I know, they broke up for a while. They got back together. They proceeded to continue to cheat on each other. And now they're married. They're married now. It's so insane. It's so insane. And I can't even begin. Like, the story of that man would, one, be too identifying. And I don't want to cause trouble for people. But the story of that man would take hours to tell. He was so fundamental in my life. He fucked my brain up so badly because I was so young. I was so young when I dated that man that I genuinely believed that men were good people and everyone like loved each other on this planet. Like that was my, what's her name? Brooke Monk, the homeschooler who just like dated that other guy and knew nothing else. That was my fresh out of homeschooling. I met this man and I was like, and people are good people. And I love this man and we're going to get married and I'll do anything for him. And I did do everything for him. And then he just made my life fucking hell. And then, I was young. So I also like got caught up in the toxicity. I was like, this is what love is, I guess, is just two people now treating each other poorly. And like, oh my God, like the stories upon stories I could tell of this man. At one point, he invented, I forget if it was like a fake cousin or a fake best friend or a best friend cousin, fake nonetheless, a fake person who didn't exist, which smart on his end. He killed them fakely. He created a fake person he was close to. And like, I have to truly believe at this point, this man was just like obsessed with the drama and the toxicity, right? Because anytime things were just like calm, he would just create problems, which is so toxic man coded. But I don't even remember exactly why he made this up. I think he just wasn't getting enough attention that week and also maybe like didn't want to come to something with me. And so to get out of it, this one I always think about this because it was so the levels of insanity and the levels of like, you were a child and you believed everything this man was telling you. He told me that he had someone close to him, like a cousin or a best friend or something, his age, who was in the hospital dying. That person was not real, to my knowledge. There might have been someone who like, I think I maybe later found out someone like broke an arm or something, or like maybe sprained something. I don't know. Not dying nonetheless. But he told me someone close to him was dying. So he couldn't like see me that weekend or come to whatever thing he was supposed to. Like he made this whole, and that person for like 2 weeks was like his out. Of anytime he wanted to get out of anything, he's like, I have to go to the hospital to visit. And obviously, like, you can't argue that. Obviously, I was supportive. This is the therapy I've been sitting on for over a decade that I've really never unpacked all this. I was supportive of that to the point that I felt so bad. Bless my little naive sweetheart that wasn't rotten to its core yet. I felt so bad. I felt so much for this man who I thought was the love of my life, who was in pain because his friend was dying in the hospital, that I went to the store, I went to the mall, and I made like a hospital basket for this person who didn't exist. I made a basket of things to bring to this person, to give to him, to give to this person, mind you. And it was never addressed again at any point. And then at some point later down the line, I did see he just kept the basket for himself, right? Because I saw him like using some of the pens or some of the things I had thrown in there because I'd like put various things in there, right? That one would do at the hospital. Because when I was growing up, I spent a lot of time in the hospital because my father is dead. and various other reasons. So I made like a hospital basket to get for him to give to that person's family. None of these people were real. And I filled it with like activity books, I think, if I remember, like pens and things and a stuffed animal and like some other stuff, like things that are, he must have kept it. Because I remember at some point seeing him like using the pens in class or something later down the line and being like, hey, isn't that the one? And he's like, oh yeah, they died. Like you did. First of all, genius move, I guess, because if you killed them off, then I never have to meet them, right? And you don't have to continue the lie. But oh my God, he killed them, the fake person. And so then I'm like, is there a funeral? Like, and we just moved past it. And he's like, yeah, I think he used that as another out to get out of something later. But like, that's the level of insane shit this man used to pull on me. Like, beyond just the regular turmoil. Lying about dying is crazy. No, pathological. And this man drove me insane, like clinically insane. Because at one point he came back and tried to blackmail me and was like, oh, I could release all these crazy texts he sent to me. And I was like, yeah, I was a child and you had driven me to like this point of exhaustion, like psychopathy. Like you drove me psychotic. You really did. You snapped something inside of me. To this day, I am not the same person that I was before that man, and I never will be. He was just the start of a long line of shit that, you know, is life. But like, yeah, I also have texts from you, sir, telling my friends that you're going to find me and like crush my phone into my throat so that I can't contact you ever again, which like, again, that's you contacting my friends to do that, which it was a back and forth. The levels of toxicity of that was insane. I'm just like, and this all being brought up, I'll explain to you why I'm thinking about this now, this many years later, because that's hilarious as well. That's the Horcrux of this story. But like this man would just do shit for attention. Like he broke up with me during finals week, in the middle of finals week. Just, I'm pretty sure to ruin my week, to tank. I don't know. Probably just to fuck with me because he wasn't getting enough attention. Broke up with me in the middle of finals week for like 2 days and then we got back together for 2 weeks. And then he broke up with me again. And then of course, every time he broke up with me, he would convince me I was the problem. He was cheating on me, mind you. That was what the problem was. Said he cheated on me, which I didn't know until a little bit later. It was insane. It was insane levels of just the way this man melted my brain as a child. It's crazy, you know, and then nothing but projection convinced me that no one liked me, that I was too loud, that I was too annoying, that I was too much. No one would ever love me. I would never succeed, blah, blah, blah. All things that ended up being about him someday. Anyways, listen, personal life, the whole summary of this story is that he cheated on me with this girl, very much so from my knowledge, what I was told, which this could have been a lie too, knew I existed. He cheated on me, went to her, continued to talk to me, of course, and try and come back into my life all the time. The basement story, it's like, there's never going to be a time or place, I hope, where I share the basement man story. But like, of course, he continues to like semi-contact me while he's now with this girl. Whatever. He keeps pretending like he might come back or something. And I'm like, what? It gets like a month or two later, he comes back to me and he tells me she's cheated on me. And at this point, I'm over it. I'm in my villain era. I don't fucking care anymore. But he tells me that she's been cheating on him now, to which, of course, internally, I'm just doing victory laps. I'm doing backflips. I'm sounding the alarm. You're
not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
I forgot I have a soundboard. Oh, my God. Like, I'm losing my mind over how hilarious karma is real. So she's cheating on him now is what I was told.
That's my boy. That's my freaking boy right there.
I'm now her biggest fan in that moment. But she's cheating on him and he has come to me to tell me about it. Cause I think this was like Again, we were children. So he was like, we're still friends, right? And I was like, sure. I'm going to ruin your life, sir. But
What a fun, sexy time for you.
no, so she's cheating on him and he's like, I don't know what to do. And I was like, I don't I don't fucking care. I don't make friends. Go find friends. I don't know. Stop telling your ex-girlfriend whose life you tried to ruin. And so then I was like, there's a window of opportunity here. And this was, I think when we talk about Turning Point USA,
We are Charlie.
gotta remember to carry the flame, guys. When we talk about turning points, I think this was one of mine. I think this was actually my turning point in which I decided actually we should start being evil to men. I think that this man had put me through so much at this point that something started to click in my brain. The puzzle wasn't fully in place, but I was like, I think that I might be allowed to be mean to this man at this point. You think, girly? You think this man who's like mentally, emotionally, whatever, abused you for like a year or so now at this point or whatever it was, like, you think that maybe you can start being mean to him? Girly, and grass is green. But I had been, for some reason, so nice, besides when he was driving me up a wall and I was probably psychotic because of him. Anyways, I had really put up with a lot. And at this point, he's like, what do I do? And so I looked deeply into his text messages and I said,
Lizard.
no, I said, you know, and it's true. I will always love that man. I'll always have love in my heart for that man because it's just something you can't avoid. You can't erase. Everyone knows. But I was like, and you know that I love you and I miss you. My best acting. Get me an Oscar. I mean, partially true at the time. I was still like a child and just emotionally stuck in a toxic turmoil, abusive, whatever. And I was like, but I think if you break up with her, I mean, I love you and I'll take you back and you can come home, essentially. It was never going to happen. But I convinced this man that if he breaks up with her, it's okay. He won't be alone. He'll have me. God, that child was evil. And that child was me. But so I this was what I earned, okay? I went through so much with this man that I talked to him on the phone until he pulls, like, I'm on the phone with him as he's pulling up to her house to go break up with him or break up with her, which, like, and confront her about the cheating. And he goes in and does it. And he comes out and he messages me and he's like, I just did it. He's talking to me. He's like, I can't stop crying. I just did it. And I was like, thank God. I hope you have a really nice life. And then I blocked him. Now, mind you, I'm not going to say how old I was because I dated many men in this span of high school and I don't want to, dox anybody, but I was young. Anyways, now mind you, because we were all in high school, because it was toxic mess, because my brain was still oatmeal at that point, at some point he was unblocked. And the turmoil continued, but not in that sense. I had a much better grip on things. The turmoil continued in a sense where he tried to work his way into my friend group after that. Wasn't going to happen. He then went on to date the girl best friend he had that he was always comparing me to and telling me I wasn't as pretty as, which I was like, slay queen, go off diva, marry her, please. It's about time. I knew that was inevitable. But in that course, he'd still intermittently text me, which I'm just like, your girl is not here. And she was also a problem during a relationship. So I can't say I held any cares to really. But anyways, at one point I dated a guy in his grade, because mind you, these guys were older than me. in his grade, they were in college at this point. He was not, but I dated a guy and he became best friends with the guy to try and bother me. To which, again, me, still a minor, still a child, still somehow the bigger person, just being like, yeah, you guys can be friends. I don't care. If you two want to be best friends, I'm like, I don't, yeah, go. Like, I'm not going to police. At the time, I was like, I'm not going to police who my boyfriend's friends with. Of course, you guys can be friends. I think they're still best friends to this day, which, like, good for them because they did both end up sucking in very similar ways. So I understand why they hit it out of the park. Because that guy also, like, screamed at me for not wanting to sleep with him. I was a child. Like, I wasn't ready for that. So, like, yeah, no wonder you guys were boys. They whatever. So, like, this man just habitually sliding into any new friend I would make and post somewhere. He was in their DMs trying to get their attention. Just trying to weasel his way into my life, but never really. At one point, he's dating the other girl that was an issue. And he is trying to contact me. And mind you, at this point, again, I'm still a minor, still a child. I'm in it for the love of the game because he's trying to contact me to see me, to like hang out, which again, we're children. We never hooked up. We never did anything really. What do you think's going to happen now that you're dating someone else? Whatever. He had weed and I was out of weed. So I went and I hung out with him. But mind you, the whole time, I'm about to run away with his bag. Like, mind you, the whole time, I'm just there for the bag. The whole time, I'm sitting in the car and he's complaining about this new girlfriend of his, which I'm like, yeah, I don't care. And it was the same story every single time of like, oh, I might break up with her. And I'm sitting there like, I think you guys should get married. I think you should be together forever. I don't think you have any reason to break up with her at all. Pass the blunt. Like, I don't think that's necessary. Do you have more or can I go home? And he keeps doing the classic guy thing of like leaning in, but not. And I'm like, I'm going to go now that I've smoked all the weed. Anyways, so this man's just a habitual, like, attempting to cheat on women, but failing. At this point, you can't even say he's cheating on women because he's not closing the deal. No one will fuck him. But anyways, all that's to say, this man just chronically cheats on women and apparently is now married to the woman he cheated on me with, is what I was told. Now, it could be a different girl with the same name. It's possible. I'm willing to believe. But, you know, I'm not sensing he had a lot of options. And mind you, the same girl who also allegedly cheated on him, and then he cheated on her, and then she cheated on him. They're going to have a great life together. They are. And you might ask, how do I know this? How do I know this? And what made me think about this at my grown age? At my grown age, what made this thought cross my mind? Because I will say I haven't thought about him in a long time. There's been many men much more terrible since him. He was simply the first. Somebody I don't even know DM'd me. A person who I don't even recognize, a random person DM'd me. And he said, not too long ago. Oh, also, mind you, this ex, I feel like this is also pertinent information. The first time I started blowing up, he tried to contact me to blackmail me. He did it poorly, too. It was blackmail that really only would have incriminated him. Sorry, like, we're rolling in the grass. That's not, I mean, you guys have seen all the shit that I do. Like, fuck bitches, get money, you know. Like, I've posted photos of me in a bikini. There's not much that is left, you know. But he tried to blackmail me, and I was like, and you're doing so poorly. Anyways, so and And does your wife know you're still contacting me? That point didn't know that he was probably engaged, or at least with her. I don't know the timeline of their marriage. The reason that I know that he's married now is because this not anonymous, but just this person I don't know messaged me, DM'd me, and they're like, hey, do you know someone named blank? If so, they're running around blank, your hometown, telling people that you two used to date and like, I guess bragging about it. And I had to open it up out of curiosity and confirm. And I said, if you want to play ball, sir, I have some screenshots. I didn't say this to the random man, but like that would not like, let's let this lay. Let's leave this. Also, where's your wife? Where's your, yes. Yeah. The rumors are terrible and cruel, but honey, most of them are true. Baby, I could build a castle. But I was like, oh no, I do know that man. And the only reason I owned up to that, because I was like, if he wants to self-identify, I could like go through and point out which of my story times relate to him, because it's like, you don't, that's not usually a moment of pride for most. Anyways, I'm not going to. That's unnecessary. He's living a very nice, he doesn't even really have social media much, which is the crazy part. I think he must just hear that I'm out here running around doing all the things he said that I never would, because no one would ever like me. Which like fair, real, valid. He's not wrong. I was annoying and I am. But yeah. And so I said, yeah, that is the man. And I Googled him to see what he was up to. And I was like, oh, he married that girl. And he's running around our hometown yelling, my girl, my girl, my girl. Your girl's at home. You married her. Go back to her. You picked your life. And God bless him, everyone. You picked, and all that's to say, I know I speak on it with much malice and much ill intent, and it made me the nasty, evil woman I am today. But that being said, we are on good standings as of today. Like last time I saw him in the streets, which mind you, probably 5 or 6 years ago, I waved. I would have said hi if we were in a grocery. Like, we're good. The beef was squashed. I think we both ended up and in fairness, I am happy for him, because like he didn't ever really have, I guess, he didn't have big plans or dreams or ambitions for himself in life. And he ended up exactly where he wanted. He's married to the girl. They live in an apartment. They're still at the restaurant. And who am I to judge? That is everything that he wanted. I think that's good on his terms. And I'm glad. And I hope they're happy. I really do. Because I am. And yeah, I mean, he's left me alone relatively up till now. And I think that's cool. If I see him in the streets, I'll give him a high five. You have huge beef with your ex. I don't know if I have beef with any of my exes, actually. Is that crazy? I know I have the most insane story times, but the one I would have maybe the most beef with is dead. So I can't say there's any beef there. I think we're square. And then the other one, again, the only other one that I have major beef with, and this is why I think he like moved across the country, wiped himself off the internet, cannot be found. And he's like living in the south of Florida or something now, from last I heard. And like, right on. No beef to be had there. That man knew exactly where he belonged. And I kind of love that. Self-aware king, he said, and I need to get the fuck off the grid and never be seen by society again. And I stand. And those would be the big two. The other ones, I think, all turned out okay. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I have a couple exes that are married now. And whilst they were kind of dicks to me, I mean, I'm happy that they're married. And because that's what they wanted in life. They wanted the family. They wanted a little tiny house in a little tiny town. And that's cool. I mean, they're probably not bothering anyone anymore besides that one woman they married, which hopefully it's going well since she decided to marry them. Would assume that she's being treated better than the rest of us were. Hello. But yeah, I can't say I have active beef with any of my exes. I think besides the dead one and the one who we'll probably never see again because he's in the middle of the wilderness, I would probably just go up and say hi to most of them. In fact, I have. There's a few I'm chill with. But thank you. Thank you for the $2 and the hopes that I find Hassan. That's funny. Yeah. But I'm also not someone who harbors on to beef much. Like, I really try and let things go. All of my friends can attest that you can really do me so fucking dirty. And it takes so much for me to, like, not, like, I don't care at the end of the day. I'm tired. I have other things to focus on. Somehow rising about it, even though, I don't know. It's like, I never really forgot, but I just I feel content in the fact that we all ended up where we needed to be in life. I think that's the thing at the end of the day, is that everything just feels like it worked out, Like, I feel like, because here's the thing also, and this is the proverbial question. This is one of the hardest questions that I think people actually struggle with, deal with, especially victims of all sorts of horrible things. I know I'm not actually going to tell that person's story. That's deeply personal. But, like, I know some people who have gone through some horrible things, or, like, I know someone who, like, wouldn't be, like, their mother. This is the fucking pro-lifers are going to love this one or whatever. But, I know a couple people whose mothers didn't want to have children and they were forced to have children. And it's like a deeply touchy subject for them because, like, well, we believe that women should have that right, but without it, they wouldn't be there. And so they harbor all this guilt because they feel like they feel, which is a beautiful thing also, to just, like, feel enough empathy for your mother to, like, be like, well, I shouldn't have been burdened onto you. But I think about that, especially with, like, with some of my worst stories, right? Like, some of my worst horror stories. I have a particularly bad one that I won't get into, but at the end of the day, I sit and think that even on my worst night, even though that brought me to, like, the worst place in my entire life, really almost didn't make it through that, really didn't think I was going to. If I had a time machine, I don't think I would go back and save myself, which is, like, fucked up in a short-sighted way. But in a long sense, everything that poor child went through was fundamental to get me to where I am today currently. And other than the state of the world and things I can't personally control, right? The obvious, I can't imagine my life any other way or wanting myself, my personal development to be any different than I am. And that scares me because I also think about that same incident happened with the man I was friends with. Whilst I was seeing a different man, seeing and dating-ish a different man. And obviously I went through so much trauma from all of that. We broke up and I stopped speaking to him, and he immediately married the next girl after me. And I think, damn, if all that hadn't happened to me, would I have just married this man? Like, would we have continued to date and then decided to get married? And would I just be, like, living in a teeny shitty little house right now, working in an office. Like, where the fuck would I be? And that's scary. Those are scary. Do you guys ever think butterfly effect like that? Right? So I think everything that I went through is fundamental to get to where I am. And so in a sense, when I think about things like that ex or that other ex or any other whatever, it's not that I'm glad, but I mean, I thank them for helping me become who I had to. They did what I had to go through. Is that weird? You know what I mean, though. Are you being targeted? I'm sure your little shitty house is fine. I live in a little shitty condo. It's different. Same but different, you know? But like, I don't know. I'm happy with who I am to the point where I'm almost grateful that that man was so goddamn terrible to me so that I could learn and develop and become who I am today. And so that we cheers to him and his beautiful wife. And I hope that they've sorted out all of their issues this second, third, 15th time, whatever it is. And I don't know if I wish kids upon that situation, but if you guys are doing well, I hope you a happy life and children. And I hope that it turns out well. You know? And I think the only thing I feel sad about sometimes when I think about that is that the things we talked about growing up and like, oh, not wanting to turn out like our parents. And then he kind of exactly did. And that's the only part where I just kind of feel sad. But if he's happy now, that's all that matters. People can change their mind. People can decide to go a different path. And that's character development. Character development. Yeah. I don't know. But I think that's the other thing. He has the life that he deserves, certainly. It's also the life he wanted, so that's cool. Works out, it's a win-win. Yeah. But I think I kind of always knew exactly who I was, in a sense, even when I didn't. Does that make sense? Like, looking back and thinking about that man who used to kind of make fun of me for being too loud and too annoying and too much and too whatever. And I think I kind of just always knew, well, yeah, I am loud and I am annoying and I am abrasive. But you're not going to get anywhere in life by being small and quiet and fitting in and never questioning anything. And I always knew that I wanted to do something more. I didn't exactly know what that more was. Sometimes I still don't, but I knew that I wasn't going to be in that town. I knew that I was going to get out and do something. And I knew I didn't want to be stuck in an office job. And I didn't want to be, I wanted to do something that felt big. And he wanted to just, do the classic man 9 to 5 family, whatever. And we both got what we wanted. And I think that's cool. But yeah, I do think that it's funny looking back on all the critiques and the complaints that he frequently had for me. All of those things were true. All the rumors are true. Yeah. I was loud and I was annoying. I could not fit in, no matter how hard I tried. For so long after him, I did dearly try. He got into my head. I was never going to be like every single other person, good or bad. You're not too loud. No, I am. I have my mic literally turned down right now. It's turned so that I am loud. I am loud and I'm annoying. I'm insufferable. And that's what it takes in this world as a woman. And those are usually signs that you're doing something right when you're in this industry as a woman. I will never be all that soft and dainty and delicate. And I was never going to be. And I think that's kind of beautiful looking back, that like, even though he said it in a negative way all those years, it's kind of a positive for me. But yeah. Yeah, and I was weird. And maybe I did wear weird clothes and weird things to school. And maybe sometimes all the popular cool kids thought I was an embarrassing loser who needed to shut up. And maybe, I don't know, and maybe I will never fit in, but you know what? I don't really want to anymore anyways, so it's for the best. You're saying so many words. Your points are rooted in a heteronormative view. This is a heterosexual relationship we are talking about, I guess. Don't consider the subjective worldview of a gay man. Well, he is straight. There's unfortunately no question about that. He's not gay. I don't know where we got that from, but are you loud or is the world too quiet? I think the world's quite loud if you really think about it. Did he fit in your life? I mean, he did, but he also was just a dick. Anyway, so that's my 42-minute personal update. Because that is insane. And I had to get that off my chest. That man is still really out there running around. Oh, talking about my lazy video. Right on, dude. That's not what I'm talking about right now, but neato. Where you're talking about gay men being sexist. Yeah, sometimes gay men are sexist. Anyone in this world can be. But I didn't make a video about them being sexist. There is one in which I'm talking about misogyny. The word you're looking for is misogyny. That was the word used. Misogyny. Hope that helps, sweetheart. 'Cause baby, I could build a castle out of all the incels mad at me. And every day is like a battle. And every night just go the fuck to sleep. Baby, we're the new romantics. Come along with me. Heartbreak is a national anthem. Sing it proudly. Should we get into the Reddit advice now? I feel like we've gossiped enough. I feel like we've done enough gossiping. Gossiping, venting. Venting, gossiping, talking, yapping, chatting. Baby, I could build a castle out of all the bricks they threw at me. And every day is like a battle. Not in Klein. Incel. Right on, dude. Well. Cool. Oh, I do have news. Not news, but I didn't bring in a lot. A gay man tired of lazy straight women. Cool. Why don't you go tell that to a straight woman somewhere? Oh, that's right. That's because not only are you misogynist, you're also homophobic in the sense that you don't see anyone besides lesbians and gay men as queer. You think we're all straight, don't you? Don't call me sweetie. Okay, fuck ass. Okay, bitch face. Okay, incel. What else would you prefer? You're just a fucking loser. Is that better? Okay, loser. Maybe I can build a castle out of all the bricks they threw at me. Every day is just an asshole, and he's here to remind us they suck. That song was about you. That's about you, boo-boo. Wow. Yeah, wow. Are we done now? I actually don't care. Watch this. Bye forever. Loser. You know, you don't see a lot of gay incels, but sometimes you do. Feel free to go cry about it somewhere that someone cares. Plot twist. That place doesn't exist. No one fucking cares about you, loser. Every day is like a castle. I don't actually even know the words. That can't be right. Every day. I don't know. It's a Taylor Swift song of some sort. I just hear that audio a lot on TikTok and it really gets stuck in my head. They were the new romantics. Come along with me. Heartbreak is a national anthem. Okay. Quick news. Should we do a quick news check? News check 1 2 1 2. Should I at least vet the news? Okay, cool. Well, I opened up the news tab and this is the first thing there. We can't gay incels exist and they're horrible. Well, incels in general are horrible. Cool. I opened up the news tab. And the first thing, LOL, would indeed be a Hasanabi tweet. Why is this the way that it is? What is going on? What the fuck? Who is in charge here? It was me. I did it. Sorry. Okay, let me lock that down so it's not all fucked up. I didn't properly edit this after I fixed it today. Okay, fucking, if my computer could just... I made it worse! No, I fixed it. You guys, women in STEM. It's not the best advertisement. Why? Why does it look like this? Why does it keep doing that? I don't know why that keeps happening. Oh, this is weird. There we go. It's because it wasn't centered right. Okay, well, I don't know why half the screen's all fucked up, but we're just going to roll with it like that. Why? Why does that keep happening? Stay. Stay. Good screen. Okay. Oh, you're doing amazing, sweetheart. Okay, you guys all watched me struggle through that for long enough. Oh my God. Oh, why is my back just... Did anyone just get sharp back pains all of a sudden, or is it just me? Oh, I'm getting old. My mortality, I can feel it. Oh, my back. This is what it's like. This is what's like right before you die. I can feel it. Mr. Frog holding right wingers. Oh, fuck. Mr. Frog. Oh, LOL. God, my back hurts so much for no reason. I'm going to move the chat over here. Sorry. Well, breaking the third wall. You guys all just saw that I have 13 different chats open so I can see everyone on every platform all at once. Everything everywhere all at once, in a sense. No, don't do that. Why are you going rogue? You guys, this is run by professionals. I'm a professional. Okay, let's get into this. You're carrying the world on my shoulders. That's why my back hurts so fucking bad. Honestly, I've been saying that for years now. Cool. Why is this? Hey, could anything work today? Why is my... God, my life is something else sometimes. Me when I experience one minor inconvenience and suddenly my whole life is just in shambles, apparently. I'm fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. Cool. Okay. We're ready. We're ready to get in. This wasn't worth all this. I hope you guys know. Prepare to be super disappointed. This is going to be not as exciting as all that run up was for it. Right. Right on, sir. No, that's true. I'm glad you guys got to look at that for a half hour before I did. Well, I only have 2 things to show you, so that wasn't worth any of this. I hope we all enjoyed it. Went to Ash Nico recently. It's very aware of your... Oh, Ash Nico? Is she still around? I remember her in like the COVID days being big. She was huge. Oh, crazy but you like that. Fight back daisies on my nightstand. Tossing in the moonlight. It's good. It's still on my playlist. So 2 big things we have yet to cover. Obviously. Clavicular keeps getting mogged. I feel like I know everyone's already talked about it, but we didn't have a stream yesterday. And now this is what happens. We have to discuss. Clavicular keeps getting mogged. What does it even mean? He was mogged by that journalist. Now the judge, they forgot the ASU kid. Forbes, we're taking your jobs. Forbes forgot to include the first mogging, the mog that ruled them all. The one and only mog. The ASU kid who mogged him. That's kind of the most important mog, if you ask me. She did the... Oh, but yes. So Clavicular got mogged by that super mogging judge, by the alpha mog. The alpha mogger himself. Looksmaxxing and mogging explain. Listen, I don't want to hear Forbes. Oh, they got the ASU frat leader. This is the original mog, where he was mogged by the ASU frat leader. The mogging that started it all. Moglodites is crazy. Is that... I like that we're just inventing new words. Okay. I don't need us to read this Forbes article. Let me explain to you. Looksmaxxing and mogging. Lock in, chat. So Looksmaxxing, first you need to know, is exactly what it sounds like. So these kids like to add the word maxing to the end of everything because it's funny. It's like, it was a meme for most of us, but then like incels took it way too deep and serious. But for most of us, it's just a meme. But yes, Looksmaxxing is this weird group of chronically online podcast losers in the manosphere that are trying to be super sexy for each other and essentially maximize their looks. This includes a number of things such as peptides, steroids, injecting strange off-market things into their face and body, bone smashing, which is they have convinced themselves if they shatter their bones in their face with little hammers, it will grow back stronger, which is not true. All sorts of insane things. It's gone beyond just gym bros, and it's gotten super weird. It's gotten super duper out of hand. Yeah. It's questionable. It's just they've rebranded eating disorders and body dysmorphia to their body dysmorphia maxing, if you will. Now, are you catching on now? They also take meth. Yes, some of them just straight up do meth. Now, and which is funny if you think about it, because back in the day, this wasn't talked about as much as it should have been. They just, all these guys, all these gym bros and whatnot, would just take like Adderall and shit. Like taking a shit ton of Adderall and whatnot in this industry, especially like the ASU, the Miami, whatever, that's always been a thing since like Adderall was around, really. I don't know why they're suddenly switching to meth, But like the Adderall thing was always a thing. All these streamers are always constantly hyped up on shit. But I don't know why they just started doing meth. And I'm kind of sad that some of them stopped because it's like the problem was about to solve itself, you know? But now we actually have to educate these losers somehow. They're not learning fast enough. Anyways, so it started. Oh, and mogging. Oh, there's so many. And gesture maxing. We don't have time for gesture maxing. But yes, mogging. Mogging is, or to mog, the word mog, a verb, usually, is just Gen Z, Gen Alpha brain rot for flex. To outperform, to flex, to dunk on, to do better. That I mogged them, right? I flexed on them. Whatever, right? So if someone mogs you, they are hotter than you, they're better than you, they look whatever. And now I just use it left and right because it's funny. And it was always supposed to be a joke, but again, incels don't understand sarcasm well, so they just took it way too deep. It was indeed a joke. But yeah, flexed on them, mogged on them, all the same thing. But now you can use it in fun ways. You know, if I can't even think of, just get creative. I don't know. My brain's not braining, but that's all you need to know. Also, the word maxing. You may have heard of jester maxing, frat maxing, meth maxing. Exactly, again, what you think it is. They're just throwing the word max at the end of anything that you're doing the most of or that you're going too hard. Right now, we are stream maxing. We're streaming super fucking hard right now. We're all in here. We're Twitch maxing. We're YouTube maxing. A little bit of Facebook Live maxing. You get the gist. So maxing, mogging. Oh yeah, we did cover maxing. My bad. But yeah. Can she see the comments? No. So yes, in that context, it means to be hotter looking than another person. But okay. So the original mogging of it all, and I'm glad we're taking this is important history to record, to be clear. This is a history lesson. Someday this will be in textbooks. It'll probably be on the ACT if I had to guess. So just thinking about like this actually being in it. No. So it all started with the ASU frat leader who we just saw frame mogged him. That's what everyone was saying. Frame mogged him. Frame being billed, right? The ASU frat leader was just objectively larger than him. And that was like their whole thing back in the day, right? These gym guys, you got frame mogged. And that was the beginning of the downfall of clavicular. The beginning of the rise and the fall, if you will. He's in his free fall era, and we can get to that towards the end of where I think this is headed. Because I've already made a video on this. If you haven't seen it, we'll cover it again. So the ASU frat leader, I think this is a pretty normal audience. Thank you. I'm glad that we're here today. So the ASU frat leader, fucking glad. Why?
What a fun, sexy time for you.
Why is this man everywhere we go? We cannot escape this fucker. God, what are
we doing? What's going on?
Literally was contemplating blocking him on everything the other day. Just, it's too much. You guys are seeing this, right? You're seeing this. Everything I open up, this man's there. This man is fucking there. Look at this shit. He's everywhere. Everyone started dogging on me for being everywhere he was. I'm starting to think he's just fucking everywhere I am. Like,
this is a real enemies to lovers situation.
that's who's Gen Z. I am Gen Z. What's the difference? What's happening? What did I miss in the chat? I don't know what's happening. What did Hassan do? He's literally fucking everywhere. I think she's younger millennial. I am not younger millennial, but thank you. Can't get rid of this fucker. Stop. Don't you put those fucking emotes in the chat. Release me. Let me be free of this man. He's haunting me. Please. Jesus. You're everything to me. And when I close my eyes, it's you I see. I'm not alone. God. I think I'm gonna die in this house. Okay. He's okay. Where even were we before I crashed out about Hassan just fucking again?
We're gonna fuck.
He's fucking again, you know? Had to do him. Love some Michelle Branch. Michelle Branch fucks. That's who fucks. God, I'm glad that we're all unconchopped enough to remember who Michelle Branch is. Because the regular Gen Zs, they wouldn't get that. The core Gen Zs wouldn't know. They wouldn't know ball like that. That's why I look like a millennial. I've earned it. This man's life is a Greek tragedy. His rise to fame proves his theory that being attractive will give you tremendous unearned fame and admiration, but the cost of that has been to be brutally mocked by every normal adult he encounters. Is the funniest fucking shit. By every normal adult he encounters. It's not fair to be fucking good looking and hilarious. I didn't mean to click on it. I don't need to do that. Stop. It's not. It's so true though. Why is like these are just really average. They're average hot adult men, right? And they're just mugging the fuck out of him. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, lock back in. Right. So first he got interviewed, I believe it was on 60 Minutes, by this absolute alpha Chad of a man. Look at this fucker. Oh my god. So the first thing it was, he did this 60 Minutes interview where he pretty much threw a tantrum. And this man, I need to show you guys a clip. We need to find a clip of the 60 Minutes interview. Hold on. Okay, Clav 60. Because it's it needs to be studied by professionals. The way that he comes in and this man who's just mid-tier hot, but confident, just immediately gets this kid to absolutely fold. You can just see how, I don't know if this is a good clip. I haven't obviously watched this one, but why is this not playing? Dude, can you guys hear this? Hold on, it's not going through the thing. Hold on, I know what the problem is. Let me go hit a button. Hit the button right quick. God, you guys, small indie company. There we go.
Of men by 21 can you really blame most women for not wanting to be with this generation of men who are not financially well off, who are typically not good looking because of hair? 2/3 of men by 21 having hair loss. Most men are having severe addiction.
Can you just feel his anxiety as he's speaking? This is not giving confidence. It just feels so trembling. Just anyways, keep listening.
There's so many issues with the male space as well that I'm not sitting here and saying, oh, women not wanting to date bottom percentile men is such a horrible thing and we need to make a law forcing them to. It's like, that's not my point at all. There's a problem with dating in general.
You know, women will watch this and see what you're saying and hear what you're saying and shake their heads and go, no, you don't know what you're talking about. We're not like that at all.
Well, if they actually thought about it and weren't being performative, then they would realize I'm completely right.
Performative.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
He's getting mogged so hard. Like the energy.
I would just say that women say a lot of things, but if you watch the way that they act, it's typically complete opposite, right? So you see how just on
This
my
way
IRL
he's like-
streams, you know, I'm
Like,
such
where
a
is he
bad
even
guy,
looking?
and the personality matters, whatever. Like you're saying, you know, you're saying I'm being so critical of women, but you know, whenever I go out to the club, they're all hanging with me, not the, you know, feminist jesters who are standing in the
Not the gestures.
general admittance section.
Feminist jesters.
Yeah, call him
I
out.
just
Call
mean
him out.
people
That's crazy.
who are reposting like, you know, liberal media on their Instagram, trying to sort of be white knights.
Cue back to like my whole feed just being fucking Hassan Piker.
For women and that sort of thing, and then I go out
Energy
and do my
mog, straight up.
streams, and they're all hanging with me. So you know, they might say things, but you watch the way they act, it's totally different.
You watch the way they act is totally different. Chat, scroll back and see the way that I noticed this after it was too late. The way I immediately was flustered seeing this hot man come on the screen, mogging him. Yeah, the way we act. Yeah. I don't know about all that. Oh, it froze for a second. Hold on. Reconnecting. I'm not sure about that one. Whoo. That was, God, that interviewer not only mogged him, but in comparison was just like so hot. Like he's, God, we need to move on. I can't even unpack this. Good Lord. I can't. We actually need to cut it there. Anyways, sexy
Sexy ass Gavin.
Sexy ass interviewer, Moggs Clav. That one goes viral after the ASU mogger, right? So now this man is 0 for 2. 0 for 2, a real life Greek tragedy. Agree. God, stop doing that. I don't know how to work computers. Absolute insanity. And then hear me out. Clavicular at some point was on stream, shot an alligator, who I believe was dead, whatever. He goes to court. He has to plea max his deal in court. And he gets absolutely judge mugged. He shows up to fucking plea max. Aussie maxing? That guy was Aussie maxing. He was sexy Aussie maxing, to be clear. Come on. To be fucking specific. So he shows up to court and he gets absolutely fucking judge mogged. Fucking court maxed. Fucking court mogged. God, fucking, it's good every time. I don't know who this man is. Someone get me a name. Get me a name and an address. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sure. With a face like that, I'm sure he's married. And to that I say, kudos. Ooh. Yeah, he gets fucking court mogged. Judge mogged. Absolute courtroom maxed the ass right out of there. Just, oh my God. Also, first of all, you know, whoever put that judge on that case that day, they were a clip farmer. They were clip farming because look at the photo quality as well. Like somebody in that room hates him. absolutely despises him. Like, because who showed up with the shittiest camera for him? But then they were like, let's get this clear shot of the hot guy. You know what I mean? Unnecessary. Yeah. And I think that about covers where we're up to date. God, they got more angles. God, they had to get every angle, didn't they? They knew what they were doing. Oh, I think that about gets us up to date though. Pixel Maxine. They fucked up that. God, look at him though. It's good. It really is. Like you can't. They got the side by side. I don't know where he's going or what he's doing. Oh my God, they broke it down. They did a scientific breakdown. They did a scientific fucking breakdown of the fucking, the mog. Clavicular fans show why the Chad judge did not mog. Oh, they're desperate. Oh, they're flailing. Oh, they're so desperate. They're so desperate. People got a lot of free times on their hand. Did you just call clavicular a bag of spare parts? Oh my Lord. Oh no. Oh my God. Oh, they got him. Oh.
They're too angry. Their weed is not loud at all. Their bitches are not bad at all. They got no motion whatsoever.
The real life picture of him instead of the one that he posted. Oh, yeah. You always look a little different when someone else takes a photo. Oh. An hour 13 in. Nice. The extra virgin olive oil. 100%. 100%. Anyone who says otherwise, lying for the clout. Y'all be doing everything but getting a life. Oh my God. Okay. That's pretty much all the news I had to share today though. And I'm glad we made it in there. An hour 15 in. We still have yet to hit the Reddit. It's a fucking good stream so far. Chat. We're nailing it. Oh, right. There was one other. This photo of Ethan Klein. I just felt like this was important to share. Because they're trying to have it scrubbed. So I thought I'd just to help the community really show up, do my part. This is the photo that made it to the top of the H3 subreddit before Ethan ordered it to be taken down live on stream. I'm just imagining. Yeah, someone's got the clip of it. Oh, thank God we can actually see this play out because I was imagining it and it better be good.
What is going on here? Trent, top post on the subreddit is this fake photo of my bald spot. Like, not funny and also fake. I think you need to mark it as, or just take it down. It needs to be removed as misinfo. What is going
But that's the thing. It's not real, which is like, it's clearly very exaggerated. And like any a secure person would have just laughed and moved on. Oops, we accidentally screen grabbed it. Oh my God. That's insane. Chat. We're killing it today. Nailed it just like that bald spot. Oh, Lord. Okay. Time. Is it time already for Reddit advice forums? It just might be that time. Did you see Gordon Ramsay? I don't think dogs should shit in restaurants, but no, I can't say I'm too locked into the Gordon Ramsay news of it all. In fact, I didn't know that he had restaurants. Is he the Hell's Kitchen guy? And are those really still his? I feel like that's just kind of a gobbledygook chain at this point. Just learned what mogging and maxing is. I'm glad I could educate the elderly. I'm assuming you're probably not youth. That was rude. Sorry. I'm glad I could educate people on the truly important news. Now we're going into the Reddit advice forums. Your mic is vibrating. I don't know what to do about that. She is what she is. Okay. Does it seem better now or worse? Or will everyone pretend like that never happened? And I'll never really get the answers we're looking for. Still at the restaurant. Still in the one I love. Robot Mike Maxine. There's no way it's still bad. Still at the restaurant. Let me see. How is it worse? But thank you for helping. For the first time, chat brought up an issue, and then actually, we solved it. Cough into it. I think we're good. Do. There's no way it's still fucked up. I just listened to it. Now you're just gaslighting me. It's silent now. No, it's not. You're lying. I'm being lied to. Chat maxing. Chat, stop gaslighting me. Not helpful. I should really vet these advice forums before we pick them, but my face as I'm reading these titles. Okay.
What are we doing? What's going on?
Okay. My 22 female, boyfriend, 23 male, hates my clothes. Answer, break up with him. Break up with him. I think that's a stupid one because, like, as adults, well, actually, let's get into it. Maybe the clothes are really bad. Let's not judge preemptively. Like, maybe she's literally wearing trash bags and it's like, oh, you might have a point. Together for 3 years. That's a lot of years. So when I first met my boyfriend, I wasn't really into fashion and I generally wore just jeans, t-shirts, sweatshirts. Not that they look bad, but they weren't really quote unquote me. Okay. I started reading the FFA sub. Is that like fashion or something? Several years ago and got way more into fashion. I have to assume it is. Break up with them is usually the answer, but come on, we got to give them the benefit of the doubt. For the first time in forever, a man could actually be right. Probably not, though. Now this means that physically, I look really different than I did when I met my boyfriend. Is that what that means? Physically. That doesn't mean, okay. My hair used to natural and color length. Now it's very short. Pixie, I guess. That was a sentence that was actually typed. My body doesn't look any different, but I definitely dress it differently. Sentences are somehow getting worse. I like to wear colorful bow ties with suspenders. Oh, God, he might be right. You got chat? I was really on board until they pulled out the old man Jenkins style. And that, there's not a lot of styles in which I'm like, maybe almost never will I ever be like, hey, this is actually bad, because personal style is personal style. But if you're going full 2012 millennial, my God, no. Okay, in fairness, this post is date marked for 2018. In 2018, this was slightly more acceptable. Even in 2018, the suspenders looks was dated. Oh, but this makes sense. The bucket hat. Okay. 2018, please hold on to your horses. This is not the Kentucky Derby. I like to wear colorful bow ties with suspenders. I call it 6-man flag old man style. And I also have a fuzzy bucket hat that I sometimes pair with it. The bucket hat I can allow in 2018 because those were huge and I had several. So I'm pro bucket hat. Obviously, I still own mine. But the suspenders and the bow tie, colorful bow tie, that's a lot. But again, say la vie. Generally, if I wear something, if something is deliberate. Also, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I just like the thought that she got really into the fashion subreddit and this is what she pulled out of it. It's really, and where, you got into the fashion subreddit in 2018 and you came out looking like Pee Wee Herman is crazy. Anyways, not here to judge. Generally, if something is deliberately unflattering and stands out, I want to wear it. I want to defend all women. I really do. But you're making it hard. I know it looks weird. That's the point. But it's me. And it's what I feel good in. Then you got to do you. You really do. My style is basically over the top, colorful, little old British man. Haha. I wear lots of boxy men's wear in vibrant colors and deliberately weird hats and accessories and dad sneakers. I will say, in the defense of the boyfriend, if when you started dating, you just wore jeans and sweatshirts, and this is what you've circled to now as your personal style, that is a night and day thing. Like, that's a lot. I'm going to give the man a bit of empathy, sympathy, whatever here, and say that's a lot. That's a big change. It's a lot to process. Now that I asked him, I know I asked him, but if he loves me, how can he not be a fan of something that makes me happy? Yeah. I probed a little deeper and asked him how he felt about my other clothes, and he admitted that he loved me regardless of how I dressed and looked, but he preferred my long hair and my old way of dressing. I feel like that's not a terrible response. Like, that's just honest. I think that's the nicest way to put it, too. You can wear whatever, do whatever, but I do prefer, like, that seems reasonable. Obviously, we didn't go to dinner that night because of suspenders. You canceled dinner because you didn't. Okay. He still wanted to, but I just wanted to sit in bed, I guess. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't feel good. That's fair. I didn't even want to look at him. I'm sorry. No, it's a lot, but it's also like over suspenders, over a Pee Wee Herman ass outfit is crazy. I'm sorry. Like, I get it. I do. I understand it. But I'm just like imagining, I'm imagining someone in like a full clown costume right now and being like, oh man, like the shoes and everything, just walking off into the bedroom and pouting. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be a better person, but it's like the visual is there. Now, obviously he's allowed to have preferences, but I'm not a stranger. I'm his girlfriend. It feels borderline controlling to me that he's not a fan of my style. That I think we've lost the plot on what controlling is. He said that you can wear whatever. Because what am I supposed to do? I'm obviously going to keep dressing this way, so I have to think about in the back of my mind that he doesn't like it. Awesome. I don't even want to look at him now. He should have just told me he liked it. So you want him to lie to you? The SpongeBob walk noise with every step. I'm sorry. I'm just like imagining a SpongeBob episode. Yeah. Might be on her side. I don't know. No, I'm not. Because she wanted him to lie to her. And more than that, he should have actually liked it, because if he likes me, then he should like anything that makes me happy. Now, that point's the only one I will maybe give you, but like also, let's be adults and be real here. Let's be adults and be real here. And I can, listen, yeah. You know, everyone, I don't fuck with boys that have nose rings. Mostly because I feel like a lot of times it's become a hipster performative male red flag, but that's like when a guy gets a haircut and you're like, I did like the other one better, but we're rolling with it. This is just real life. This is just how life works. Sounds like she wants to break up with him, but she wants to use the clothing things as an excuse. That also could be at play here. I told my mom about the situation, and she says that she agrees with him. She also isn't a fan of my style, that I can dress this way if I want, but I can't expect everyone to like it, and that's fine. My mom doesn't have to like it, but a significant other should definitely like it, or at least pretend to. I don't think he has to like it, but sure, maybe on the pretending part. It's just hard because, yeah, that's just, I got to agree with everyone in your life that the suspenders, the whole fit is bad. But if that's you and you want, like, there are people who would love that. There were hipster boys left and right in 2018 who were also suspenders dorks. My suspender phase was normal with everyone back in like 2013, 14. And it was very light. It was a light suspender era. I didn't really ever love them. Okay. Most relevant comments. Here we go. Why does he have to like it? That seems very selfish of you. He didn't even express that he didn't like it until you asked him. That's what I'm saying. Like, you brought this up. He gave you an honest answer. And now you'd rather he lie. That seems strange to me. You guys, am I not on this woman's side? God, you hate to see it. Yeah, this is also a good question. How did she phrase her question to him? Oh my God. Someone said, huh. Okay. Does he have to like it? And then the OP responds, he should like anything that makes me happy and causes no harm to anyone, even if it's not his aesthetic. Maybe I shouldn't have asked, but I only asked because he kept staring at my outfit with this odd face like he wanted me to ask. I thought maybe I had a stain or something. That's not very nice, but also, again, I don't think he has to like it. But I understand what she's saying. We've all been there before. Someone responded, liking something is a very visceral reaction. It's hard to control. He can't like a movie or song just because you do. An outfit isn't any different. He sounds like he's generally happy for you to wear what makes you happy. And you did. And you still pried his personal opinions out of him, despite him having the sense to keep it to himself. Would you rather he lie to you than share that he doesn't love your new style when you ask him directly? OP responds, yes, I would rather him have lied. Okay. The main reason I even asked is because he gave me this weird look. I thought maybe I had a stain on my pants. I wanted him to lie. Girl. I can't. I can't. Someone said, hopefully this guy gets away from her. Oh, Lord. Yeah, there's no way OP actually likes everything her boyfriend likes about her either. I think she's also conflating liking her style with being attracted to her, which clearly the boyfriend isn't doing. That's also true. The boyfriend's clearly still attracted to you because he's still dating you and still with you. Yeah, I think someone said this has to be posted by a troll account. Yeah, like the openly, yeah, I wanted him to lie is crazy. Oh, you guys. That one was...
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
That one was tough. Tough shit right there. Okay. Here's another one. Interesting titles, interesting titles, interesting titles. My poster is 25-year-old woman. Boyfriend, 28-year-old man. Age gap relationship's crazy. Just kidding. Pretended to like my cooking for over a year, and I don't know how to get over it. Ask him to cook.
What a fun, sexy time for you.
Tell him to get in the kitchen and do it himself. Just kidding. Well, not really, but outing your ex-fiance. She's a serial cheater. No, they both cheated on each other from what I'm aware of, although he was a pathological liar. So I also leave room for the fact, circling back to that story at the beginning of the stream, I leave room for the fact that because he is a pathological liar and most of the stuff I learned about was through him or his insane friend, whatever, adjacent acquaintances, it's possible everything I ever learned about her was a lie. More than likely, honestly, but nonetheless, hope they're happy. My 25-year-old I can't get over it. So all of this started in January of 2019. This was posted on 2020, to be clear. In 2020. Ooh. My boyfriend and I had been together for a little over a year at that point. The new year had caught us snuggled in bed listening to some nearby fireworks. I remember asking him if he had any New Year's resolutions and him replying that he didn't really have any, but that he wanted to get more serious about his health and start eating some more home-cooked meals. This is a novel. Holy shit. This is a novel. I was going to say, she is really dragging this out. This is like multiple paragraphs. Like so many. Okay, I'm going to try and skim this and we're just going to... I'm not reading all this. This is like a 10-page essay. I actually don't want to read any of this. I don't. Yeah, tell him to cook for himself. That's the answer. And next time, short and sweet, preferably. Pre or post. It was 2020, so that's either pre or mid. Post wouldn't have been till like 2022, bud. What were you doing out in these streets? Oh God, this one is just terrible. Been married almost 2 years and I can't handle it. Is divorce okay? Yes. Next post. Oh God. What's the context under this person thinking that divorce might not be okay though? I think we have to find out. No, she did indeed set that story. The tone of that story was fucking set. It was crazy. Okay, 2 years ago I got remarried. Not sure why I did that, but I did. Already like such a fucking strong start. Not really sure why I did that, but okay. But I did. You suck. Right on, dude. Not sure why I did that, but I did. LOL. Indeed. I dated my wife for a year before we got married, and she was super active, cheerful, and adventurous. She did have mental health issues, but I never really saw them. Interesting. After we got married, she shut down. She spent almost all of her time in bed, wouldn't help with the housework, backed out of most of our quote-unquote date nights, I don't know why that was in quotes, and would commit to things and back out of them. She asked me to find a job close to home where I was home every night. So I did. That seems reasonable. Remarried, so many questions. Yeah. For over a year, I was home every night. Well, thank God. What an icon you were. Her depression skyrocketed, and it got to the point where she wouldn't hardly do anything for herself. Crazy. She relied on me for everything. I cooked, cleaned, and did the laundry, shopped, basically everything. Then she would get mad at me for not spending time with her after work. But the house needed taken care of, and I would spend time with her in bed and talk as I could. Is anyone else just picking up on, like, this sucks. Yes. But this man's also just experiencing, like, average housewife experience. Like, man's been a housewife for, like, a year. And he's like, this sucks. God, I hate this. I don't want this. POV, men almost experience sentience as women. No, this is sad though. We separated for a while in hopes it would force her to start doing things for herself again. It did work. She did start to do things for herself, but she continually does not follow through with what she says she will do. She's an attractive woman, but I do not find her attractive anymore. Well, that settles it. Yeah, probably get divorced then. You don't like her and you don't want to be married to her. She asked me You suck. Right on, dude. I think we already established that. She asked me if I find her attractive and answer in a different way. I'll say you are very attractive, which isn't a lie. She is beautiful, but I'll struggle with physical intimacy with her. I feel like this whole thing is just a shitty situation on both ends then. I do love her, but I feel so detached that I find myself not wanting to spend time with her anymore. I will work more. I am faithful to her, but I am somewhat miserable. I don't want a divorce as it could really hurt her and probably make her depression worse. But I am miserable most of the time. We usually have 1 to 3 arguments every week. Can't handle much more. What the fuck was that word? YA''AL''S. It's not how you spell y'alls. What are y'all's thoughts? Should I try to wait it out and hope things improve or just call it quits? Yeah, it sounds like you don't like your wife. And it sounds like she's also unhappy. I mean, I wouldn't just say straight up abandon her, but like, you know, get her set up with some friends and family or whatever, support structures, and then probably see yourself out. I have to assume she's getting some sort of help at this. Yeah, someone else pointed out, you sound bizarrely passive. You're not sure why you got married. That's a good point. Listen, my advice is that he should leave because I think they would both be better off. I'll say it. You're not sure why you got married. You're just hoping things improve. Either step up and go to couples counseling and insist on some therapy or leave. Yeah. Yep. That's about it right there. I am curious about the wife's side of this, but yeah, I think at the end of the day, one or the other. Someone said, if you want a divorce, get a divorce. If you want to talk about it, go to marriage counseling and some therapy. That's 100% the advice. It sounds like both are pretty unhappy. You're unsubscribing right now? Right on, dude. No need to announce your departure. Feel free to. Not sensing you were ever subscribed, though. When I don't care. Kristen Bell, yeah, that's a real account. Damn, you're actually a grown adult. That's crazy. You made that account 6 years ago, which implies. I think they would both be happier separate. Separated. Cool. I think we got to the bottom of that. You either go to couples counseling and hopefully she's also getting help of some sort and you get actually involved in your marriage to some degree, or you peace out. I have been given 12 months left to live. That's the title of the next one. It's crazy. Been there. Absolutely devastating timing. 6 months ago. Oh, no. Oh, this is getting even sadder very quickly. It's getting very sad very fast. Not that, like, obviously it was sad, but, oh, God. What's the advice going to be for? What advice are they asking for here? Oh, Lord. Who gives the months? Usually you get an estimate. Doctors will tell you an estimate. 12 months, so like a year. Yeah, seems standard. We were told like a 6 months when we went about it, but yeah. Absolutely devastating timing. 6 months ago, I gave birth to a beautiful baby girl. 2 months ago, I was diagnosed with an incredibly rare and aggressive stage 4 cancer. Yep. I also have a 12-year-old son who's at an awkward age. Next year will be his first year of high school. God, that's just terrible. That is just. How do what can I prepare in advance for the betterment of my children? This sounds like something for a professional. After I'm no longer alive, how can I make sure my baby remembers me and knows just how much she was loved and is loved? How do I remind an angst-filled preteen that he was and is the greatest thing that ever happened to me? My husband will do his best, but he will also be grieving and looking after our baby and preteen alone. Like from as financials and like I was about to say record a video or record a video. Record some good videos to leave them. Some good stuff. That's really like if you want me to be honest, that baby's not going to remember you. But you can leave recordings and things and some, leave behind a couple of good stuffed animals and things that they'll carry, especially a little girl. She'll take that shit to college. Some jewelry. I'd say, honestly, buy some jewelry. Also, though, do not give her the jewelry. Like, have the jewelry given to her on her graduation day, like when she's an adult. Because she's going to lose it. She's going to fuck it up. Like, wait until she's either 16 or 18 to give it to her. I say that from personal experience. When I was younger, I had this ring that I wanted really bad. It was probably like a cheap ass ring. I mean, not cheap, but like it wasn't like fancy. But I remember getting this cool ring and then from like a party or something. I don't know. Back in the day in like the early 2000s, the neighborhood ladies would throw those parties, where like someone would come in and try and sell stuff. My dad let me buy one of the rings. Dad was sick. I had this ring. I think the ring lasted maybe 3 or so years. Like I lost it because I was like fucking, I was a child. I wish I still had the ring. It was cool. I don't remember exactly what it looked like, but I remember it was cool. Obviously didn't hold that much sentiment to me. As I lost it pretty quickly and whatever, we got other stuff, but, yeah, like get some cool jewelry and very simple jewelry, like maybe an initial or like a heart or something that's timeless, something that won't go out of fashion, something nice. And have it be a gift to her on her 16th, or probably I would say 18th. I did get a nice necklace on my 16th birthday. But I mean, I took relatively nice care of it. It's still hanging on there, but 18 I'd say is the age. Couple of things like that. Yeah, top comment says record lots of videos, birthday messages for every year, graduation, first day of school, wedding stuff. Oh, interesting. Interesting concept. I was going to say wedding video would be cool, but what if they don't get married? That was the weirdest comment I've ever received. A Hebrew goddess like yourself. What? What is every internet like man's obsession with that shit recently? Can someone explain that to me? Why do you think it's more acceptable on the right? Because the right doesn't give a fuck. The right literally the right is the right supports pedophiles. Do you think they're drawing the line at accepting Russian money? The right doesn't have standards. That's why they don't care what anyone does. Duh. Oh, you mean from big donors? Me specifically just saying Russia. Let's be honest, we know the big donor. Well, in fucking Israel, of course. But yeah, because the right doesn't have standards. buy her birthday gifts ahead of time. I think that would also be cute to buy like a one little present or something each year to give to the girl. That'd be very sweet. And you could like age it up with the kid. Could age it up with the child. Okay. I think we've settled that one. There's not much you can really do in that situation. Yeah. People fetishize. It's not even just race stuff recently. It's that every time an incel wants to leave a hate comment, they literally just call you Jewish. But then this guy came in here and was like, Hebrew goddess, whatever. What's with either this extreme, like it's either extreme hatred or ridiculous fetishizing. And every single time, you guys are missing the mark. I'm German. Like, objectively, disgustingly, the OG op. Like, I don't know why that's like the go-to. Why does everyone think that I'm Jewish? What's happening? What's going on?
What are we doing? What's going on?
I don't know what's happening. Guys, I guess I'm just Jewish now. I don't know. I don't think that's how that happens. I'm also Norwegian, amongst other things, but I don't understand. Norwegian, Swedish, German, all of the things, but I don't understand. I don't understand what's happening. It's the most German sounding name. It is quite literally, my last name is quite literally a German word. That's the other thing. That is the other fucking funny thing too, is that the other common like hate comment from incels is they'll comment my last name. They'll be like, Berghoff. I know that's right. Fucking Jewish. What? First of all, you've just proven you know nothing. You know nothing about anything. Berghoff is a German word. Also, our Berghoff comes from the Norwegian, to be clear. My grandfather was Norwegian of the Norwegian Berghoffs, but the Berghoff, yes, is a word from Germany. My grandmother was actually the German one. But like, yes, Berghoff is hill. Hof is hall. Yes, it translates to house on a hill. And if you really want some insane fucking lore drop, obviously unrelated, but because it's just a word in German, it was also the name of Hitler's summer house, where he spent a lot of his time. So that's unfortunate for me. Yeah. Not only should I be beating the allegations, they should be on the flip side. Also, is just German like Piskoff. Berghoff is also the name of a restaurant chain in Chicago. I've never been. We have no relation to that group. However, my uncles, being the god-awful scam artists that they frequently are, did used to go sometimes and then flex their IDs pretending that they were like of the family to get free stuff. Might be the whitest. I'm insufferably white. The level of SPF I have to put on to go outside is fucking obnoxious. And yeah. So this one, anyways. Apparently against my will, I'm being converted. Yes. Well, is this how it happens? They say it's usually the woman of the family. So I think is this how that usually goes? Does this mean I get a bat mitzvah? I like to party. My brother's wife tried to fix my life behind my back, and now my family is split. Oh, God. 10 out of 10 in that first run up there, but then kind of crashed and burned. Hit it out of the park at the first half of that sentence. So, yay, but then not yay. Yay, and then, oh no. Yippee, and then, ooh. Okay. I didn't eat any food today, really. I actually did. I ate a good amount of food today. I'm lying. I haven't eaten any food tonight, is what I meant to say. So my brother's wife, I don't know how that related to the story at all. I just got hungry for a moment and then forgot. You know, some sunscreen causes cancer. You know what also causes cancer? The sun. It's a real Spider-Man meme of a situation. So like, yeah, you want skin cancer or cancer of the skin? Can you convert pets to a religion? I don't know. See, that brings up the whole pet, soul, heaven, hell situation, right? I don't know. Don't ask me questions about religion. I hardly know about Christianity much these days, let alone everything else. I would love a pair of socks. What is this about socks? I need new fuzzy socks. Living cancer is what you'll get, yeah. Your cat? Converting is crazy. I thought that was the default setting. Anyways. So my brother's wife, I don't know, 30. Why did they put, I don't know, 30 female, decided I'm some kind of problem in the family. I immediately want to meet this woman. I immediately need the family's perspective on this. Immediately want to know anyone else's perspective on this. So okay. So my brother's wife, 30, female, decided I'm some kind of problem in the family and started basically investigating me. And I only noticed because people started acting weird. Oh God, I need to be in the room where it happens. Room. I'm 29, male. Quite normal life, no drama. Work full time. Don't post much. Just keep to myself at family stuff. And they also have no idea how to write a sentence. All run-on sentences, no capital letters at any point. Sometimes the periods are just getting thrown in here, so this is fun. Okay, where were we? Oh God, it's all one big block. It started with her asking random personal questions at dinners, like who I hang out with, why I changed jobs, why I don't post online, and I thought she was just being awkward. Those all feel like really normal conversational question, right? Does that not feel like, that feels kind of like normal conversation. I don't know. So weird. So awkward. Then she told my mom she thinks I'm hiding something and needs to make sure the family is safe around me. And nobody laughed except me at first because I thought it was a joke. She told your own mom that she thought that you were that's actually crazy. This can't be. Oh God. None of these can ever be real. After that, I found out she was contacting people I used to work with, asking about my mental state and if I had unstable behavior. When I confronted her, she said she trusts her instincts more than my explanations and I should cooperate if I have nothing to hide. Now my family is split. My mom says she's just concerned my brother is stuck in the middle, and I feel like I'm being treated like a suspect for just being a quiet person. I don't know what to do because if I react, I look guilty, and if I do nothing, she keeps digging into my life. That's the end of the whole thing. That's the end of the whole, that's it? That's all we get to know? Also, they didn't ask for any advice here. They just dumped a whole story on us and dipped. There's no advice asked here. That's the whole thing. Yeah, none of this makes sense. Why would the parents support this? Why it is going on? Background reports are not expensive. This is ludicrous. What is happening? Yeah, she sounds crazy and super bored. I don't know. But also they didn't ask for any advice on the situation. They didn't ask a question. The contacting people you used to work with is insane though. Like, what is this? I don't know. I need them to follow up on this story. I need more information. We need more information because this is crazy. Someone find this person. I need to know. I need to know. Nobody needs to know. The fact that she said to cooperate is more than just straight up creepy. No, that's insane. The whole thing is insane. Start to finish. I don't know what that's all about. I'm not a fan of that nonsense. Kind of need to know what this is about. It's kind of a long one, but the title feels like the payout could be worth. What did she tell them? I don't know. That's the whole thing. That was the whole thing. They didn't post any more. They didn't ask any questions. Okay. My 24-year-old male. Girlfriend's 23-year-old female. Dad threatened to kill me if I married his daughter. What'd you do? Like, what did he do? What did any of you do? This was posted in 2014. Is he still alive? My girlfriend and I, we'll call her Stacy. The original Stacy. This is her, guys. This is what the whole manosphere was built off of. Stacy's and Chad's. This is Stacy. Stacy's mom has got it going on. Stacy, can I come over after school? After school. My girlfriend. Okay, hold on. I need to actually lock in here. Let's get locked and loaded. My girlfriend and I, we'll call her Stacy, have been dating for 2.5 years. We've had a great relationship, and for the most part, after talking about it for a few months, we decided we want to get married soon. I have a ring, and I'm waiting for the right time to propose, ideally around the holidays. Strong start. Background. Her father and I do not get along. Oop. Mom came out with nothing but a towel on. No, I'm not the little boy that I used to be. All grown up now, Stacy, can't you see? I don't even know what register that just went up into. We let the vibes take us, and they took us to a note that's not real. Stacy's mom. Okay, sorry. That's stuck in my head now. Backstory, her father and I do not get along. When we first started dating, her little brother, 17 at the time, got mad at Stacy for something and told her parents that I took her virginity. And also that we smoke pot together. We no longer smoke, but at the time, these things were true. He said based and true. Said, and if the court would note, we fucked. Since then, her parents have been disapproving of me, though her mom has always been polite when I come around. This all happened about a year and a half ago. He said, smash. Next question. Okay, where was I? Ever since then, her dad has been cold to me. Doesn't make eye contact. Listen, they do have to get over it, but I also hearing that. I also feel like it would just be hard, boy or girl, daughter or son, to just look someone in the eyes and be like, yeah, you hit it, raw, virginity gone. Like the first time around, that's just gotta be tough. That's just gotta be a tough one for anyone. I don't know. Get over it at a certain point, but also like that's tense. That's tense. That is tense. Happens to the best of us. Doesn't make eye contact. Even ever since then, her dad has been cold to me. Doesn't make eye contact. Doesn't make eye contact when we shake hands. When I come to her house, constantly brings up an old boyfriend of hers from early college, criticizes my job, etc. He's so passive aggressive to me. Stacy is a daddy's girl, so she sometimes laughs as if it's all in good fun, but I think deep down she knows it's not. We've talked about it before, but it's a touchy subject, and she gets very defensive about him, saying he'll lighten up and one day things will get better. Yeah, right. Thoughts on the what album? I don't know. I don't listen to music. I'm just kidding. I'm terrible at listening to new music. That's a fact. So I don't know what that is. Drake. I haven't listened to a Drake album in so long. I honestly thought that Kendrick killed him. I think the last Drake album I really listened to, let me look up his repertoire. The last one I really paid attention to was I in high school? Oh my God. Okay, man needs to stop dropping. Here we go. Let's see why. We're getting derailed on Drake here, but now I need to get to the bottom of this. I don't even think I made it to Certified Lover Boy. Scorpion. Yeah, my freshman year of college was kind of the last time I really was listening to Drake like that. I don't know. I liked Views. I really liked If You're Reading This, It's Too Late. Nothing Was the Same was all right. Take Care was, for some reason, like I was in middle school, high school or something. Take Care was really big for me, and then after that, I was just kind of like, I feel like I've seen Drake. I'm sure there will be one or two standout singles that we all pick up on as is standard. I don't know. Early 20s, I can understand. Oh, it does. Yes. Sorry. There's so much. We're mixed now. We're mixing conversations. Yeah. Some Sexy Songs for You. I didn't even know that dropped. Is that the one where it's like, is it sexy? Is it something? Where the fuck the function? That one is maybe the only Drake song I've heard in a very long time. The way I feel right now. That's the last Drake song I remember. And the I don't even want dance, gonna see in my hand. That one was the big one too. I do remember that album dropping, I will say. Whichever that one was. Views. Views was a big album. I was in high school. Very large. Very formative to... Because of the hotline bling. I know when that hotline bling. That was a big one. That was like the last time I really remember a Drake album being huge. And then the next album was kind of just like Nice for What and God's Plan. And then I'm a performative, not performative Drake fan, being that I'm never claimed really to be. I think Drake had his music had Drake's. I'm having a stroke. Drake's I can't get me back on track. Drake's music had its moment for me, and now I mean, yeah, he gets a couple of singles here and there every once in a while. I get stuck in my head, but c'est la vie. Okay, okay. Back to the fucking Reddit post. I'm glad we went on that Drake deep dive there together. Me scrolling through his verse on Bedrock. Was he on Bedrock? Ooh, baby, I was stuck to you like glue, baby. Wanna spend it all on you. I forgot about that. I guess it's my turn. Okay. Okay. This past weekend, maybe I'll listen. I don't care. Is that weird? I haven't listened to new music in so long. That's the other thing. I'm a performative music listener. I don't listen to new music unless I've heard it so many times through TikTok that it's now on my playlist. I just found out about Somber. That's how unkin chopped I am. I just found out about Somber. I don't want to talk down to your lover. I don't want to be a home wrecker. I just know I can be better, be better, be better. Just learned about that recently. Apparently there's a whole discourse about him on TikTok. I don't know what's going on there, but ooh. Yeah. I go on my own music journeys and they usually happen like 10 years after everyone else. Also, who else have I recently discovered in personal news? I don't know. If I showed you this playlist right now, you'd be so disappointed. The last song I added to it was funnest girl I ever met in my whole life. Wanna take her home, make her my wife. Knew she was a freak when she started talking. She said, fuck me like we fucked Bin Laden. That's the last song I added to a playlist. It's relevant, okay? It's good. Listen, that's the kind of summer I'm trying to have. The last time we felt proud of America, the Obama years, Pop Star dropped. Never Stop, Never Stopping. That girl was a freak. It was like Lonely Island's peak of their career, I think, was maybe peak for most of us, vibes wise. Sue me for looking so pretty tonight. Yeah. I'm trying to think. I don't know. What other music? I think Peach PRC just dropped an album. It's on my mind that I have to go back and look through. That makes sense. I can see him being locked in on that. Last, like dress with the tights underneath. Yeah, last album I actually added to this playlist, like multiple songs from, was the Wicked soundtrack. That was May of 2025. That's when I added that in. Fuck, a year ago. It's been like a year since I've touched it. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm not locked in on music. I'm really not. I listen to the songs I like for like 7 straight years and then eventually I get tired. This playlist does have 600 songs on it though, so I'm really exploring the space. I did make a new playlist titled Summer Songs because I was like, I want to make a playlist where I just set the vibes of summer, and every song on this playlist has to feel like the intro to a movie, right? Where it's like, woo, 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 woo. You know that song when I'm referencing, and if you don't, that's okay. Just pretend you do. But you know, like it has to like have that like happy intro vibe. And yes, the first song on the playlist is Will Smith. Will Smith, DJ Jazzy Jeff, Summertime. The second song is Will Smith, Miami. And it goes from there. Starts out strong. At some point I put Party at My Mama's House by Young Gravy. That's going to be my song of the summer. Unpopular opinion. Party at My Mama's House by Young Gravy's my summer boat song. I don't have a boat or a summer. But if I did, that's what I'd be blasting. Just sleeper song. No one's ready to talk about that one. I don't. That's like, go listen to it. It's bad, but it's good. That's the energy I'm trying to bring to this summer. It feels kind of like your dad wrote a pop song. It's pretty good. It's kind of the vibe he brings to the function, though, I guess. What else is on that playlist? Come be the man I need. Tell me you got something to give. I want it. I kind of like it when you call me wonderful. That one had to be on there for obvious reasons. I threw in Tongue Tied by Group Love. That's got to be on the summer playlist. Take me to your best friend's house. Going around this run around. Oh. Do you like The Outsiders? I don't know what that is, but you can please stop that. My Lord. Goodbye. Don't leave me tongue-tied. Oh. What else? What's some sleeper songs we all forgot about? Meet Virginia's on the playlist. She doesn't own a dress, hair. Oh, I think Jason Mraz. Jason Mraz is on the summer playlist. I said fireworks from the freeway, behind closed eyes. I can make them go away 'cause she was born on the 4th of July. Freedom Ray. And you and I both know. Both those are on there. Got a little bit of LMFAO. Tongue Tied's a classic. It is a classic. What else do we have on here? Waking Up on Sunset Boulevard. Sammy Adams, had to have him. Then we got into the early 2000s music. 1, 2, 3, you're falling in love with me. You're running into your round. And then Aaron's Party, in parentheses, Come Get It. And then, of course, we got Paris Hilton on the playlist. We got a little bit of Baby No Money, that's for sure. But yeah, the summer playlist is no songs that are new and relevant, but I got Kids by MGMT on there. Yeah, The Essentials. I got some Owl City, DMX. You know, all the summer essentials are on there. Okay, we got to get back to this. We never finished the fucking Reddit advice post. That's my bad. Fall in love with me. Fall into your arms. Do. You fall in love. Do. I've admittedly never met a baby with any money at all. Fuck, dude. Now you tell us. It's like so too late for him to change his name, dude. That could be anyone. Oh, he's so screwed. You're right. That could be any fucking baby. Oh my God. You're not special, bro. You're Unkin Chopped. Oh my God. God, you nailed his ass. Unoriginal thoughts. Okay. back to this guy who's about to propose to his girlfriend or whatever. This past weekend, I called him up and asked if we could meet up and talk. He clearly reluctantly in his voice agreed, and I drove to their house. We sat down, and I told him I was sorry about our past, that I love Stacy very much, and that I would love to take care of her for the rest of our lives. His reaction astounded me. You want to hear what the dad responded with? You're fucking with me, right? I was shocked and started laughing, and he said, wipe that smile off your face. You're insane if you think I'd approve of this. This man hates him. So I leveled with him. I wasn't a dick, but I was very straightforward and told him that what's past is past and we're very happy together. And I was going to marry her and would appreciate his approval, but I also told him I didn't need it, as Stacy has told me she wanted to marry me. Again, he shocked me with his coldness. Fuck no. Helpless lad. Sorry. Is he Irish now? Scottish? Whatever that is. You lost my approval for anything a long time ago. You marry my daughter and I will I'll kill you. Oh my God. I almost laughed out loud, but my jaw just dropped. What the fuck do I say? He went on. That's not a joke. You marry her, then you and her are both considered dead to me. I will not have you in my family. And if she becomes your family, she won't be part of mine. Understand? Get the fuck out. Consider this the last time you see the inside of my home. Cool. I just think that the dad's a dick then, and like you're going to disown your daughter. Like, sure, you don't have to be nice to him, but if you're disowning the daughter, then fucking good riddance. Fucking good riddance then, eh? Then he got up and walked to the kitchen, leaving me utterly dumbfounded. I've been freaking out ever since. Stacy has no idea this conversation took place, and honestly, I'm terrified to tell her. She is a huge family-oriented person, and she and her father are extremely close, but it seems I can't be with her and have her still be close to her family. What should I do? Should I tell her what if she chooses them over me? Or maybe even worse, what if she chooses me and is cut off from everyone she loves? Part of me wants to just leave in the night and be out of her life. I'm so lost. That's objectively more illegal than smoking weed, murdering your daughter's fiance. Yeah, I mean, I would tell her. And if I were her, I'd double down on it. Like, yeah, if you're going to fucking disown your kid because of their partner who sounds, I mean, we have no reason to suspect this man's a bad man or there's any reason behind this. If there is, that's different. But if it's literally that stupid and simple, then it sounds like, yeah, fuck your family. They suck. It's weird. TLDR. Asked my girlfriend's father for his blessing to marry. Yeah, there's no update. Someone said, I guess the dad must have killed them then 6 months ago. I guess. They never came back. There's no update. They must have committed to it. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, you kind of have to tell her. I think that men shouldn't legally be allowed to speak. I've always said that. I think that we should legally, and some of them, honestly, that's all I'll say. But I think that legally, I also think that you should just be able to punch men in the face if they are off-putting enough. I think they've earned it at this point. Oh, LOL. Also, I like that that guy just dropped that comment in the chat and then blocked me. Yeah, see yourself out, you fucking weirdo. I hope that someone kicks you in your teeth and then only half of them fall off. I hope that someone takes your face and smashes it into a windshield, but the windshield's way too strong to break. Just breaks your skull instead. 1, 2, 3, you're falling in love with me. I'll sign that petition. I think, yeah, we should just make glass stronger so that we have something better than concrete to fucking... I'll let it go. That way when your car crashes, your body won't go flying out of it, dude. You'll just die on impact. 1, 2, 3, you're falling in love with me. Falling into your arms. Do 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 do. Yeah. Anyways, that was the last advice I had to read today. Anyways, and I have to piss my pants if I'm being honest. If I'm being honest, might have been a nightmare. Anyone who might care. I had a dream. Okay. No, I'm so hungry. I'm so fucking hungry. You are a woman? No, you're not. You're a fucking insult troll. What kind of life hack do you have where your things are showing up in OBS but not on YouTube? 1, 2, 3, you're falling in love with me. Go, dude. What life hack do you have? Do you just keep blocking me and then unblocking me to comment? It's kind of big brain if you ask me at the same time. Because when I look you up, you don't exist. But you're still very much in the chat. But then you must be just blocking me and then unblocking me. Which is clinically insane behavior. Also, like, love of the game, if you think about it. That's a commitment to the craft because you're just trolling and you don't even care about the response. It's kind of funny. 1, you fall in love. 2, 2, 2, it's with me. Is the stream title for real? Oh, buddy, you don't even know the half of it. You don't even know the goddamn half of the situation. Brother, I already forgot what the stream is titled. Something about, oh yeah, ex married the girl he cheated with and on. Yeah, that's actually extremely true. I forgot exactly how I phrased it though. 1, 2, 3. I just want to know, why is it that your chats aren't only showing up in OBS? Because you guys, when you open up YouTube, you can't see this guy on YouTube, but it says that he's chatting from YouTube. What are you doing that you're only... I'm so confused. Watch this. Now no one can see what you write, so that kind of sucks for you, doesn't it? But I guess that's the only thing that'll ever suck for you. Who said that? 1, 2, 3, you're falling in love with me. Oh, there we go. Live chat. I didn't know that was an option. Watch this. And now you're gone. And no one will ever see you again. That's crazy. I wish we could do that in real life. I didn't know there was a difference. But now I do. You learn something new about streaming every day, and that's what's important. and my back hurts from carrying the weight of comedy on it, because I'm actually the funniest person that's ever lived, and you can't fact check that because it's subjective. So if I say it's true, then it must be. And that's how facts work. Fact. Do. Well, also they had named themselves after Donald Trump, and no woman really does that. I shouldn't say, but I've never in my entire life have I seen a female troll account who also names themselves after Donald Trump. Usually women are more creative than that. They're usually having a little bit more fun, you know? They're usually having a better time, even when they're pieces of shit. 1, 2, 3. Do. Should we see what's in the news? Someone responded to my tweet with, "There's a lot of straight women that hate gay men too. So what's the point of saying this?" What does that have to do? Me? I don't really like apples. Okay, well, the president's a pedophile. I don't. Both those things are true. Actually, I do like apples a lot. But like, yes and? Yes and. It goes both ways. Again, my video is about how there's a lot of gay men who haven't unpacked their misogyny. And then you say, okay, well, straight women hate gay men. I don't understand. Like, okay, well, and we'll get to that. Or if you'd like to get to that, how about start that conversation? I don't know. I feel like the derailing of conversations should be a paid profession at this point, because boy, would they be making millions. Like I feel like, okay, I will give that there is some correlation to the topic. I feel like I just said, I used to teach Sunday school growing up, and then they yelled, well, okay, well, Donald Trump's a pedophile. Right. Both those things do involve kids, I guess. However, what? In this, I could see how if you added a couple more sentences, we could bridge those two topics together, right? But as it stands, doesn't mean that generally gay men and straight women bond almost the same as something. Why are we talking about their bonds now? I'm not sure what this is. Again, if you're just a misogynist, say that, Queen. That's like neato. Slowkey containing, yes, comparing pine trees to palm trees. Right. Like, I guess in the sense they're both trees. But like, I'm not seeing. It's like being like, yeah, I'm going to an Easter brunch on Sunday. And someone saying, okay, well, fuck you. Fuck you. Because you know what? My favorite holiday is Halloween. There's no brunch on that day. Right. Okay. Well, we could talk about starting a brunch on Halloween, but that's not exactly what I'm discussing right now. We're trying to plan Easter brunch. It's the professional, actually, well, what about the whataboutism? The bean soupism. The bean soup, what about, actually? What if you actually your life somewhere the fuck away from me? You joined Twitter March of 20. You joined Twitter like days ago. First time on the fucking internet. You're quite literally new here. It shows. I would love a brunch on Halloween. Should we start a Halloween brunch? Speaking of which, actually. Oh, God. Halloween. Okay, Halloween brunch would fuck, though. Think about it. That's just kind of early Thanksgiving. I'd love a brunch. Like, pumpkin pies, pumpkin shit. I don't know. Also, squash. a sweet squash situation. Oof. You guys circle back. I'm hungry. I am hungry. That's how you know I'm hungry right now. Oh, I just heard my stomach growl thinking about that. You guys circle back to this one later in the year. Put a pin in this one. We might have been onto something here. Shout out Twitter self-proclaimed feminist. I love the Twitter accounts that when the bio just says feminist. I'm a feminist because I actually derail topics about misogyny to defend gay men and their misogyny. She said, and all misogyny matters. I think that you've had enough internet for today, sweetie. I think that maybe not everyone should have access to just projecting their thoughts all the time. I don't know. I feel like the internet's gone too far, and maybe we do need to regulate internet access, because I've seen some of the shit these fuckers are putting up. I think we've gone too far. This is what I've been saying. I almost became pro banning of TikTok. I knew it was wrong, and I still advocated against it, obviously, because it was a free speech issue. But I think that once we're done with all that, we should just delete it. Like as a whole, as society, we should go back to the days of YouTube where like you had to at least formulate a good couple of minutes on a thought to be able to share it. If you can't hold up an argument on something for a few minutes, I think, and then you also had to really dedicate time to filming it and then editing it and uploading it. That's the level of commitment we should have to our opinions. Besides low stakes opinions that are just fluff, but you know what I'm talking about. Me trying to give a million caveats now because the days where we have good, the days after we will have good stories. Oh, that's actually not a bad idea. You're coming up with things, and I'm picking up what you are putting down. All right. Anyways, I should go pee and go eat. I'm fucking hungry and starving, pissing and shitting. You know, the whole 9 yards. Peace out. See you guys later. Maybe tomorrow. I was supposed to go, my trip, as I said, this weekend got canceled. So I was like ramping up and going into overdrive so that I could go on this thing this weekend. And now I'm burnt out and it's not happening. So maybe like I'll just chill anyways. So maybe I won't be back until, what's today? Today's Tuesday. I was going to say maybe I won't be back until Wednesday. I thought it was Monday today. Thursday or Friday, perhaps. If I get bored, I'll be back tomorrow. But maybe not. Maybe Thursday, Friday. We'll get Kayla back here one of these days too. Maybe she'll be back. Maybe she'll be back on the next one. We'll line up a good episode for that, though. We'll come up with good stuff for us to do. But I love you all. Shaking and baking. Stop hurting your bladder. Girlie, you would be amazed how long I can hold my bladder. I'm an expert. Expert, not pisser. I never piss. I never piss the bed. Chronically never pee. What's it? Infamous non-peer.